What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here, and in this video I'm showing you a solo flawless run of the Devil's Lair GM. You can see I'm on Prismatic Hunter, we've got some stasis going on, we've got magnetic grenades with Gunpowder Gamble and Vanishing Execution, we've got weakening grenades and Facet of Dawn, so we can get Radiant and Weaken. Choir of One, and then you can see we have double Void Reserve. Sorry, I'll just keep going over the build real quick. So Sniper's Meditation, Expanding Abyss, Heavy Ammo Finder, Void Siphon, Void Dexterity, Fastball I really like with Magnetic Grenades, Stasis and Void Reserves for my Sniper, and then my Heavy and Choir of One. So yeah, shortly after Choir of One came out, I was going on a holiday to see my sister in Switzerland. She lives there. And yeah, so I didn't get to mess around with it. I know Sneaky Beaver was like messing up a bunch of raid bosses and dungeon bosses, and I really wanted to do the same, but in like some GMs and stuff. But like I said, it never worked. But I had dreamt up this build, so I have the exotic class item with Galanor or whatever, Spirit of Galanor. So I get my super back when I get hits with it, which is really easy with Silence and Squall. And then we've got Gyrfalcon. So you can see I go invis with Stylus Executioner. And, oh yeah, I've got Radiant Orb, so I pick up that orb, and that is going to make me Radiant. And yeah, just watch how, I guess that was a bad example of how much this actually shreds. But yeah, it absolutely slaps. And then we've got the Taipan with Triple Tap and Frenzy, and then with Volatile Rounds as well, and it totally slaps. And then we've got Chaos Reshaped and Chill Clip on this Sniper Rifle, which is one of my all-time favorite weapons to use, honestly. I just meshed with this Sniper like as soon as it came out, and here we can just see the Choir of One putting in work. Like, look how hard it hits. So I put destabilizing rounds on mine, and I went all handling with Fluted Barrel, and then what's the last thing, destabilizing rounds. So yeah, I've tested it. Like, I love subsistence, but you don't need it really with targeting autoloader, which I also have on from the artifact. But yeah, also I really hate what they've done to the Thrall spawns here. Like, the Wizard and Thrall spawn in like so randomly. I also ran this on my Warlock, which I'll have a video out probably tomorrow with a really fun build. And yeah, anyways, I don't like what they did with the spawns there. But yeah, here is my biggest gripe in Destiny right now. It didn't really matter there, but you can't do crits on Barrier Knights, which is really annoying, especially in my other run because I use Whisper of the Worm. But anyways, again, you can see we absolutely shred. Snipers are really important in this solo GM. It's not so important on a team, but for the walkers, this Vandal was out of control. Like, he was just moving so much. And then my shots suck. I haven't played Destiny really a lot. Like I said, I was on holidays, and yeah, this is actually my first solo GM since being back, and this was pretty early on in my attempts. My Warlock should be a little better because I ran the Warlock after this build. So yeah, I was just still trying to work out the strats. There you see I miss a the Threaded Spike Grenade or whatever. Oh my god. I fucking, sometimes captains in this game, holy shit, dude. They're just too much for me sometimes. But yeah, not the best gameplay, sorry, but like I said, I haven't played Destiny in a few weeks. It feels good to be back. I've been liking it. Yeah, just like I said, I really wanted to mess around with this build because I think Choir of One is amazing. It is getting an ammo reserve nerf, so I don't know how well the double special that I'm doing right now will play in the next episode when that nerf takes effect. But look, I've got 318 right now, and I'm not even full. But that is with double Void Reserves. And then I have lots of Taipan ammo. So that was kind of the point. It's kind of, I don't want to say like a glass cannon, but normally I run resistances and stuff. And in this, I wasn't. So the detriment with this build is we don't get a lot of Transcendence. And as I've learned, Transcendence is extremely broken if you know how to play around it and like get it often. But yeah. So right there, the Withering Blades stun the Captain. Then we get a couple kills to get targeting autoloader going. We've got resist ×3 from that other auto rifle mod, and yeah, it absolutely cooks that guy. And that's just the ADS version. The hipfire is really good, but in a solo GM, you kind of have to play back. So this video will show more like how it plays when you're playing from afar. And it's clearly really good. Like, I was impressed with it. Also, magnetic grenades, what the hell there? Like, it didn't kill anything, but then you could see once destabilizing rounds got going, it absolutely demolished those dregs. I really like Gunpowder Gamble too. There we can see it in action. It's just really fun. Again, I wasn't used to the spawns necessarily. It's been a while, even though I've done Devil's Lair a lot in the past. I was super tired yesterday when I filmed this, and yeah, I just had a really shit sleep. So yeah, I was just not on my game. My Warlock attempts, oh my god, I died literally at the very end. Like, the boss and I traded. So anyway, I ran it back and then beat it the next one, and I'm pretty happy with the footage in that Warlock one. I'm gonna make a build video on that Warlock one, and I think you'll really like it. It's really strong, really unique. I haven't seen anyone running it. But back to this one, Gyrfalcon's is obviously very, very strong. And then the Galanor, again, I don't know how much I was showing it off. There, my PC does this thing where sometimes it like un-ADS's me. So I didn't mean to shoot a hipfire shot there. Just sometimes it comes out of ADS and it's really annoying. I'm hoping to get a new PC around Black Friday, so hopefully in like a month or so. Oh my god. Just brutal. Misses the freaking Stasis Shuriken, which has tracking. So here we'll be able to see the Shards of Galanor and how much super energy they get back. And then I pop Transcendence because when these wizards die, that is when the next ad wave spawns. And here I'm just like chucking my abilities, trying to save some ammo. But I do need to get these wizards down kind of soon while I still maintain. There. So now they spawn. And then, yeah, watch us cook here. Look at that Barrier Knight. Just get shredded by the hipfire. And then it's really nice that this sniper seems to be able to one-shot body, because like I said, Barrier Knights, they don't take crit damage, which is absolutely stupid, and I hope Bungie changes it shortly. Like next season we have anti-barrier Scout Rifle, which is actually really good. It's so freaking good on Polaris Lance, but it's annoying on... Oh, look at that destruction there. That was nice. But it's annoying on Polaris Lance because it requires crits, and you can't hit crits on Barrier Knights. So I don't know why it's like that, and it didn't used to be like that way back in the day. So I hope Bungie finally reverts it. If you are watching this, maybe throw a thing in on Bungie.net. You can go to the... I can't remember. It's like report a problem. And then, yeah, do me a favor and report it. I've reported it lots over the years. Haven't done it recently, so I'll probably do it again now that I'm talking about it. But yeah, it's just a really annoying issue, and it shouldn't be like that. And you can see just how many gunpowder gambles we get as well. And I think I have the fragment that increases the radius and I think the damage of your ignitions. And then there's also one on the artifact, but I don't know if I had enough room for that one with all the auto rifle stuff I was running. So yeah, obviously we have overload auto, which we'll see right here. Just waiting for that guy to get in position. So overload captains, like I said, they're notoriously fickle and annoying to deal with. Always take out that sniper in the back. Just 2 shots. I had Chaos Reshape going. And then, yeah, that's the other nice thing with Silence and Squall. So this is obviously a very void heavy build. So it's good to have Withering Blade and Silence and Squall to get that Darkness Transcendence energy up to allow you to spam Transcendence, because Transcendence is just an absolute game changer. Like, just gives you your abilities so much, and yeah, like, if you can build around abilities, that's way better than building into guns. They're just straight up stronger now. So the more you can get Transcendence, the better. So that's why I liked Silence and Squall. Obviously, I like Tether, and I'm running Expanding Abyss still, because I have magnetic grenades that can weaken, because I have Facet of, what is it, Dominance, I think? But yeah, look at my ammo. Like, double special, no problem. And look at my super. Almost have my super back. Thanks to Shards of Galanor on the class item. If you don't have it, you could just still run this build with Gyrfalcon. You're just obviously not going to be able to get the super energy return, which doesn't overly matter. I have it. I don't use any of the other effects from Gyrfalcon. I'm only using it for volatile rounds anyways. So I just prefer to run the class item. But there's actually very few class items where I actually prefer the class item version. Like even Syntheseps, obviously it's really good with Heart of Inmost Light, and if you're just trying to spam Consecration, that's the way to go. But I really like the damage boost that Syntheseps gives to your super. So again, look, like I have so much ammo, which is crucial. This build is so good for this next part, just because the the walker takes a lot of shots. So if you can get those up top snipers, that's really good. Obviously, but before they get tethered, because they can become a problem. And unfortunately, just really bad timing with when he shielded. I thought he was going to shield on that other one. But sometimes when you freeze an enemy, because I have chill clip, or when you freeze a barrier champion, it kind of like stun locks them a little bit. So it can be unpredictable when their shield's going to go up. So we take out that barrier servitor. Again, I just love this gun. Like Chaos Reshaped, what is it? A 35% damage buff at ×2. It's so good. Unfortunately, I missed my shot on that other Vandal. But yeah, it's just a really solid build. And Choir of One, I'm very curious how well it's going to do with that reserved nerf. Because when it came out, I was just like, oh my god, this thing is the best exotic we've seen in years. And it is really good. You can see how versatile it is. I haven't been showing the hipfire off much, but when we get to the Briggs here, I will. And it's really good on Briggs because they're quite tanky, obviously, but they don't take crit damage. But that Fanatical Lance, I don't know if it does crit damage, but it certainly doesn't need crit damage. And then there you can just see the sniper is so good for taking out those orange bar Vandals. Gunpowder Gamble, getting us a bunch of free damage on those guys. Use the Shuriken, pop the Transcendence, and then we're just going to go in on this guy. Again, Transcendence also gives you a 5% damage boost. And then we're getting Radiant with our melees. I love Facet of Dawn. Free 25%, pretty much whenever you want it, especially on Hunter and Warlock, because Warlock can use the Arcane Needles. Hunter can obviously use the Withering Blades. So yeah, it's just excellent. So there we ran up. I believe that should have spawned in the Briggs, and I did just use the... Yeah, so I hate how the Briggs spawn back here now. They sometimes move up, but yeah, still kind of annoying. And then there, again, like Gunpowder Gamble almost killed that Vandal. Like, it's just free damage, and it's good AoE, which really helps on a Hunter, I find. Like, especially with a build like this, you can obviously use Choir of One for taking out enemies, but like the Sniper Rifle and the Linear Fusion aren't good for ad clear. So it's just nice to have Gunpowder Gamble. So there, I threw that Magnetic Grenade, so now we're doing 25% more damage instead of 15% more with the Facet of Dominance Weaken Grenade with the Magnetic. And like, look, I'm just going to rewind that quick, sorry. But I just want you to see, watch this hipfire. And then I proc Radiant. I should have done that the first time. But, like, absolutely wrecks that Brig. And, yeah, that's where the versatility on Choir of One is so good. It's great for just plinking away at red bars. It's super strong, like 1 or 2 shotting red bars in GM content is no joke. And then I used my super on that Brig so that I could have my Transcendence for this Brig. And then we're just going to use a bunch of Transcendence. Again, our hipfire is not going to hit as hard now because we don't have the Weakened Grenade, but that's alright. Just make sure we're proccing Radiant, using our grenades when they're up, trying to hit as many hipfire shots as we can. But now we'll get the Weakened Grenade on them. And yeah, again, you can just see it wreck. We proc Radiant, we have Weaken. And Taipan absolutely shreds. We've got triple tap on the Taipan as well. So we get ammo back every 3rd shot, which is also massive, obviously. We've got volatile rounds going right now, so you can see those 12,938 when I was shooting the boss. That was just free damage as well. Triple tap proccing. We've got Frenzy. I love Frenzy. I love the reload speed it gives. We also have Vice Stinger on this thing, so sometimes that's proccing. Unfortunately, I missed a shot because of that stupid skiff. I really hate that skiff. It's just really annoying. In the past, it used to be very threatening as well, just because we used to just be so much weaker, like before the resilience changes. So I've actually died to it in the past as well, which is really annoying. But yeah, it flinches so hard, and yeah, flinch is annoying. So anyways, you could see like how much we wrecked that walker though. So here, I'm just trying to proc Frenzy. Just trying to do some damage. Unfortunately, I didn't wait long enough, so my Taipan shots weren't hitting as hard as I want them to. So I'm wasting a bit of ammo here, like it's not optimal. Now Frenzy's procced. And we get a triple tap proc, which is nice. So yeah, you can see we used a lot of ammo. Like I'm a little low on Sniper, and even low on Choir of One, and then quite low on my Heavy as well. But yeah, that's just what happens in a solo GM here, because all the enemies are afar, and then you have to deal with the Walker and the Brig. So ammo is always a concern here. I always loved Lucky Pants Hunter for this solo, just because it was like the quickest you could take out the Brigs. But now with Transcendence, you can just really abuse your Transcendence to take out the Brigs. But yeah, so all my heavy bricks, all my bricks just in general, not just heavy, special as well, are going to be way up there where all these Vandals and stuff are. But it's really hard to get up there, obviously. So yeah, sometimes you can be hurting. What's good about this game is if you're like super low on ammo, it will just straight up gift you ammo that's on the field. And then just look at that shred there. We had Radiant, we had Weaken, and then Expanding Abyss as well, so 25% more damage even. And that was absolutely cooking there. Now, unfortunately, I only have 2 sniper shots. So we're going to abuse Transcendence again. And then, oh my god, that hip fire from up close. It absolutely wrecks. I think they did say it was doing too much damage up close as well. So that might be getting a nerf also, which is really too bad, because it's a ton of fun. And then, yeah, now as we're slaying out, that extends your Transcendence timer. So it's just allowing us to abuse our abilities just a little bit more. There, classic, I miss more shurikens. We come out of it with a Gunpowder Gamble. And now there's just a couple overloads left. But here I almost die. That was just really stupid, and then I run into that. So got a little lucky there. But yeah, I'm trying to bait this captain to where I can take it on with some cover. So hopefully it moves, and then yes. And then that's why I love shurikens. They can just like shoot the overload once to stun them. Overload auto is pretty good and makes it easy to stun, but other things are really annoying to use on overloads. So it's nice that the slow can just immediately stun it. Even I was using Jolt with my Warlock, and that's quite inconsistent, just because they blink so much and they'll barely get tapped, and yeah, it's just really annoying. So here, you can usually get 3 shots off, and then you have to go back to your auto rifle. So you could see on that captain before, I was a little slow and he started regenning health, but I got the auto rifle going just in time to kind of stop the health regen. But that was because I threw a grenade as well. Basically, it's like as soon as you stun, you have enough time to whip out the linear fusion, shoot 3 shots, and then go back to Choir of One. That being said, Choir of One on its own can just chew through them. So I didn't even have to be swapping. That's just more muscle memory, because I'm not used to using such a high-powered, what feels like primary weapon. I know it's special, but I'm treating it like a primary, right, in this run. So yeah, again, that's just force of habit. Muscle memory's a crazy thing, honestly. So there, he gets in a nice position. That rarely happens. And then I want to cast my super here, because these captains can get doing some goofy stuff, and then this will just constantly be slowing them. So I'm just like spamming abilities and stuff. Now that slows him, and I'm just trying to deal with all the dregs, because they'll actually mess you up. You have to be wary of them. So that was a really good super pop, and look, I've got half my super back, and yeah, so that was really, really smooth. I'm saving that orb for as soon as this guy comes out. I guess I should have saved it a little longer. I wasn't used to the how long it takes. And then unfortunately those guys got up on me pretty quickly. And then, yeah, I forgot they kind of chase you inside. I should just hipfire these guys. I don't know what I'm doing. One hipfire would pretty much destroy them. But it is what it is. We get some green ammo, so that's looking good. So now we're just going to take out all these enemies. So here's where I don't like the Hunter grenade. It's not very good for ad clear. It's probably the best single target damage one. Actually, the Warlock one's crazy. Like, it's so good. But watch this sniper put in work here, because I'm out of heavy. But Chaos Reshaped, and yeah, it's awesome. And then we throw in some hip fire shots from Choir of One. So the thing with here is, yeah, those things spawned in. So you can spawn in the servitors beside the boss before he actually hits that third health gate. So that's all you're really trying to do, is just get them to spawn in, because the longer it takes and you get more ads spawning in, and it's just really annoying. So we got that weaken grenade, and now look at this thing shred. So what I should have done, because these are void shielded servitors, and I think I have, yeah, I have one void weapon surge on my boots. I should have put on shield break charge on my gloves and ran that, because every time I would be breaking their shield, I would be getting that, and then there's 4 shields up there, and you could just keep farming it, like let the shield regenerate, so you could keep up your armor charge like the whole time. Where right now I have to pick up orbs to get that armor charge, which is fine, but yeah, see, void weapon boost just ×1. But yeah, that just comes from like knowing the encounters and the strike. So here, I thought I picked up that ammo, so this got a little sketchy, because that boss can wreck you, especially, again, I have no resist mods on. But yeah, now we got heavy ammo, and now we're chilling. But again, you could see that super, look, my super is like 2/3 back already, and I like just cast it, took out all those enemies. So that's what takes a while in this Nightfall, is like dealing with those enemy waves. But with this build, it's like really, really fast. So of course this asshole goes over here when there's no enemies spawning. Like, these enemies are on a timer once they die. So now I'm getting more enemies, which is annoying. Or I think I was. But anyway, now he's in a decent spot, but that blast can do a lot of damage. So in the past, so I just had to like back up. But in the past, that has like wrecked me. So yeah, this boss was just moving in some pretty annoying ways. And that, again, is why you just want to melt him as quick as you can. So like when those enemies, when I had killed them all, that's when I want to do like max damage to this boss. That's how you speed up this boss fight, is by not making the damage phases take too long. Because if they do, then you just get more enemy waves, and then you're just having to kill more enemies instead of just dealing boss damage. So that was kind of my bad. So I want to get doing some damage here. We've got Transcendence, I throw the Radiant melee. We've got Frenzy procced. Get a triple tap proc, and he's really close. Chuck out one more grenade, and that'll push him to the edge. So yeah, you want to do damage when you have the chance. And like as much as you can, like really try to optimize that damage. That wasn't perfect, but I mean, I say it in all my videos. It seldom goes perfectly. My Warlock run, I'm actually done by this time. I was done in under 22 minutes. So yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to see that one, because that build I'm loving more than like... It's my favorite build I've ran in a long, long time. So I'm just really excited about it. So here, we've got 2 Overload Captains up. So yeah, see, they sit in there, and of course he blinks out there just when I use my shuriken. I dodge, I don't get a shuriken back. So yeah, you just really have to be patient with these last overloads. They're so freaking annoying. So there, I wish I had my sniper out and been ready. Again, there's where Chill Clip is so nice. And then again, we use our super there, because there's a bunch of enemies on the field, obviously. But yeah, you really need to get one captain down, especially if you can. So there we get one. Our Silence and Squall is going to do some work. Looks like I shot my Gunpowder Gamble a little too early. It does travel pretty slow, and I do that quite often. I shoot it too soon. And now you can see I'm low on Choir of One ammo, which sucks. But again, the game will give me ammo if I'm like fully out. But we can just abuse our abilities and stuff, as you can see. And here's where stylus execution is so nice, because I can actually just run around and try to find some ammo. There, that was pretty risky because I knew that overload was lurking, and sometimes if they like spawn on top of you, and there, you can see I just got 9 heavy ammo and then a bunch of green. And then this guy set up right in front of me at the perfect time. And then I had my melee charges ready, so we're able to just use our heavy. So that was really lucky that he just kind of went right in front of me, and I had my Withering Blade melees ready to go. And then we're able to just pump through these guys with Choir of One. So freaking strong. Get our sniper rifle loaded. And we almost have our super. This guy in the back is being really annoying because he likes to hide. And he's got an arc shield, so there. I should have killed him. Now enemies are coming. Yeah, that's the right move there. Just pop your super. Again, getting the enemies down quick is what's important. Once the enemies are down, you have free reign to do boss damage. So yeah, you want to just take them out as quick as you can. And Choir of One and Gunpowder Gamble is clearly really good at that. Then we get the Radiant melee, we get the Weakened Grenade. I guess maybe the Radiant melee didn't hit, I'm not even sure. We're going to pop Transcendence for a bit more damage and damage resistance, but I'm just playing careful here. Again, I have no resist mods on. And he's dead. So yeah, that was the run. This build is super cool, super unique. Double specials back. Yeah, I just really liked it and I wanted to share it. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, a like and subscription would be greatly appreciated. If you're still watching, then thanks for watching to the end. Take care.